11 years in, and we still don't have this quite figured out, do we? Lando, I thought you were going to set everything up. Fine. I'll do it. Aloha Mora. Damn, it's cold in here. Incendiary. Audio microphone. Well, no one's ever here on time. Might as well grab a beer while I wait. Finally. Now we can begin.
Now, live from the Blind Ninja Studios in Western Wisconsin, a show with no purpose, hosted by experts at drinking, and they're almost definitely wearing pants. It's time for the Department of Offense.
Welcome to episode 434 of the Department of Defense. I'm your host, Casey Gerwin. As always, is Carlos.
I'm here.
And Matt.
Oh, hey.
And Gordon.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good, bud. How you?
Doing good.
All right. Well, yeah, that was our magical introduction. That's how actually we start every episode, is apparating in right to the table.
And like some of us even have outfits. Like Casey's dressed up in a Hogwarts outfit.
Yeah.
Matt's rocking his The Dude collection.
What's the logo on there?
That's the Ravenclaw logo.
Oh, shit.
And Gordon's dressed as
No,
Paul
no,
Bunyan.
me and Gordon aren't wearing anything
Okay.
exciting.
My robes are at the dry cleaner.
We're not even wearing pants.
That's true. Well, that's the best thing about robes is nobody can tell if you're wearing pants. All right, before we get too deep here, I want to give a big shout out to our patrons, specifically our Black Belt patrons. Andy Thompson, Bjorn Bjornson, Hoppenbarrel Brewing, Brian Jones, Devin Stinson, and Phil Feldman. If you'd like to become a patron, head over to patreon.com/blindstudios and become a patron today. Carlos, you were telling me something that Matt told you that Gordon told him about our patrons. Do you remember what that was?
Yeah, they're playing shuffleboard right now, actually.
Oh,
high stakes shuffleboard.
High stakes shuffleboard, like in that movie Deer Hunter 2.
Yeah, that's exactly like the movie Deer Hunter 2.
Okay.
What was that called? What was the subtitle for Deer Hunter 2? Hunt Harder?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Hunt Harder.
Yeah, no, like that's exactly like Deer Hunter 2, and so I don't have to go any further. Our listeners are well aware of what happened in Deer Hunter 2, right?
Well, for those who haven't seen Deer Hunter 2, you should probably let them know.
Oh yeah, so Deer Hunter 2 is the
no, but high stakes shuffleboard, not the plot of Deer Hunter 2. Like,
because I never saw Deer Hunter 2. I only ever saw the first one, so I mean, I never got around to seeing the second one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the one that had the high stakes shuffleboard. The first one had Russian roulette,
Yeah.
and the second one had high stakes shuffleboard.
The high stakes shuffleboard. So similar to Russian roulette, like people are likely to lose life or limb.
Does it say, is that a rifle that you're pushing with or something, or a shotgun?
Oh no. So you basically everybody has to do the shuffleboard thing, and whoever loses then has to play Russian roulette.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not very fancy.
It's like maybe if it's like shuffleboard by hand, those pucks,
No.
maybe they explode in front of them.
Yeah, I just thought it was landmines.
No, it turns out it's not easy to get landmines, but it's very easy to get guns in America.
It turns out sequels are usually sucky.
Yeah, I mean that is true. Like,
Did they make a Deer Hunter 2?
No.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised. I would not have been surprised.
yeah, well, if you'd like to get in on the high stakes shuffleboarding, head over to patreon.com/blindstudios and become a patron today. Carlos, what have you been up to lately?
So I went to a movie just the other night. I saw The Marvels.
Oh, I went to that movie too. I'm surprised I didn't see you there.
Yeah. It was I actually had a lot of fun. It was a pretty dumb plot, but I had a lot of fun. Like all the main characters were fun.
It's one of the most fun. I need to close that. There we go. One of the most fun Marvel movies, I think.
Like it
Oh
helped
my God,
that
I'm new. I'm so sorry, guys.
it helped that like Miss Marvel like brought a lot of joy to the film, levity that like probably wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Mhm.
We find out that Carol Danvers did a little genocide.
Just
Just a little minor genocide.
It was accidental genocide.
What's genocide?
No, and honestly, I don't think she did.
Yeah, it seems like it was like a civil war that happened after the fact.
She may have been the catalyst for it, but she didn't
Yeah.
commit the genocide.
Yeah, they really were blaming
She
her.
killed their god,
Oh yeah.
and then
Ender's Game accidental genocide.
no.
okay.
Like
They had like a computer that was in charge of everybody, and off screen she killed that computer god that was in charge of everybody.
she did
and
that
then
on screen.
no, like at the end of the last movie,
Yeah.
of Captain Marvel. Oh, I didn't remember that happening. In Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. Okay, but yeah, no. So like they basically they without like the god computer in charge of them, they fell apart.
Fell
and,
into infighting.
and destroyed everything, including their son. Somehow, they were not very good at doing their
Go
job.
big or go home.
And it's always fun to see. Like I really like to see Rambo because she was like one of my favorite Captain Marvels, especially since she was in
honestly,
Next Wave comic.
Like I was really confused because last time I saw Rambo, they were in Vietnam with a giant machine gun.
Oh.
and no.
I was trying to think of a joke to say that when he said Ram. I'm like, what? Are you trying to say Sylvester Stallone was in this movie or what?
No, Monica Rambo is this is the first time she's in a movie. Oh no, I guess we see the kid version of her in
in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was in WandaVision.
Yep.
Is when she got her superpowers.
yeah, and but yeah, it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. Besides that, I'm almost done with the second season of Welcome to Wrexham. I just got like 2 episodes to go.
Oh,
The
you
last
should
episode just
hurry
dropped.
up and get caught up so we can talk about the soccer season that ended last May.
Oh yeah, Man, there's no surprises happening. Like they did a tour in America apparently of like playing different football teams. So
Football teams or soccer teams?
it's soccer teams, I guess.
Okay,
But
'cause I was very confused.
they call it football in the show. I'm going to call it football.
Yeah, but like if you come to America and you're like you start to like put all these soccer players against a bunch of football players, everybody's gonna be confused. Don't get me wrong, I'd watch it. I watch the shit out of it.
I mean, let's be honest. American football is just rugby, right?
No.
Except with more rules.
We don't understand what the rules to rugby are.
Well, that's because like it has fewer rules than football.
Well, no,
we don't know what-
apparently there's 17 different kinds of rugby.
There's 2.
There's Australian rugby.
What?
Yeah.
They have
And there's New
Australian
Zealand
teams.
rugby.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Australian rugby is the one where it's very violent.
Well, no. So wait, is it just
It's-
is
it's-
rugby like whatever country it's in is being played in currently? They
Oh,
just
yeah.
make up their own rules.
Yeah, so like Australian rugby is very much like Mad Max. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves.
I
2
only-
teams enter, 1 team leaves.
I only watch Liechtensteinian rugby. Like it's played in banks.
But yeah, but besides that, and I so far I haven't, although I haven't wrapped up Welcome to Wrexham. I've really been enjoying this second season.
Yeah, good stuff in this section.
There was an entire episode about the women's football team, which we didn't find out.
There
about
were
the
like 2
first season.
episodes about that.
Oh, maybe I thought there was only 1 episode, but
There was one all about them, and then there was one about them winning.
okay, cool. Well, I think that's probably the next episode I have to listen to or watch.
No, that was like 4 episodes. You must be.
No. I have 2 episodes to go. No,
Then
there's
you must
just
not
one
have been
episode.
paying attention.
I don't know about that.
Sexist.
Yeah. Why don't you care about the women's team?
I do. It was
I mean,
actually a
it
fun
sounds like
episode.
you don't. It
They
sounds
did
like
not
you didn't
have
even
a-
remember that they had 2 episodes, and you've already seen them both.
Unless they were back to back and they blended it together.
They were not back to back. I mean, you may have watched them back to back, or you may have just been like, "Oh, this is about the women's team," and you skipped over it.
No, I did not skip any episodes.
I don't know.
I just know that I
Dig
have-
yourself out of that hole.
No, I'm not going to cry
misogynist.
because this is a dumb thing. I will have no part of this. Matt, what have you been up to?
Oh shit.
Oh, the question that always comes
Where do you want me to start? Jesus
at the
Christ.
beginning.
It's been a year since I've been on, I think, hasn't it? Was I on when I got back? I don't remember.
I feel like you were.
I was only here for like 2 days.
I know, but I think I think we caught you. How long have you been back from the Nortland?
2 weeks.
Did we catch you before? No. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I came back for 2 days, and then I went to Bonnaroo, and then I was back for like a day, and then
No,
I left, for the 4th
we,
of July.
we caught you after your Asia tour.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, then I just got back from Madeline Island. I was living up there all summer long, working at Tom's Burnt Down Cafe.
Yes. Yeah, if I remember right, we had you after Bonnaroo and before you went up to Tom's.
So yeah, I probably just got that fucking email from him. It's like, hey guys, I guess I'm going to Madeline Island. for the
I think
summer."
you got that like that night.
Probably, yeah, something like that. But the last 2 weeks, I went pheasant hunting, and
Oh shit!
we didn't go to South Dakota because the corn's still up. It's wet as hell and warm as hell, and there's no birds. So
No,
climate
I mean
change.
they're there. They're just hiding from you.
Yeah, it's been lower and lower count every year with how warm it is now.
Yeah. Have you been shooting them all?
Yep.
And that's why there's no birds.
Could be. But we went to the game farm in Birchwood. It was pretty
Oh,
fun.
okay.
Yeah, I did that. Otherwise, I watched that new Monarch episode or new TV show about Monarch,
The butterflies.
the legacy of monsters or whatever it is, the Godzilla.
Oh
thing
shit! Okay.
on Apple. The first 2 episodes are really fucking good. It like goes back into like the 50s, 60s, and then back into now, and they're like taking place in Japan. So
Oh, that's
it's pretty
very
fun.
cool.
No, I would have thought that after like doing the pheasant hunting, you would have been in the mood for some more like pheasant style like viewing, like watching Pheasantville. You know the Tobey Maguire movie
Yes,
where
yeah.
he's watching an old TV show with his sister, and then they get sucked into it and become pheasants.
Birds.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Alfred Hitchcock directed that one, right?
Oh yeah, only the black and white parts though.
Yeah.
Only the black and white parts. Yeah.
See, so this is what happens when we don't have guests or co-hosts. Is we get closer, and that's a problem. This 11th anniversary show is just a plea to have co-hosts again.
Otherwise, yeah, not too much. I want to go see that Thanksgiving movie, but I haven't gone yet.
I hear it's amazing.
It's got to be. It's got to just be fun.
The latest like blurb I saw is it's the best Scream since Scream, and I'm like, damn.
I just
now I
love
really
that.
want to watch
How many
it.
years has it been since fucking Grindhouse came out? That was like 2005 or 6 or
Yeah.
something in there, and finally Eli Roth decides he's gonna make his fake movie. Yeah, I want to go see that, but yeah, I saw Killers of the Flower Moon. That was meh. Yeah,
Heard it was a little long.
just a tad long.
Well, I heard that they told you that the end at the
Yeah,
beginning.
when I was talking to you, yeah, they basically because they could have made it into a cool murder mystery story, like ooh, we got to solve this crime, but no, they told you right away.
Well, that would give you some tension. Like
I
you
know.
can't have the tension.
Yeah,
Come
how
on,
are you
Scorsese.
going to get your nap in if you have the tension? Like,
Yeah, no, it had potential, but it flop. No, yeah, not much. I've been trying to lay low, but yeah.
all right. Gordon, it's been almost as long for you as it has been for Matt.
Yeah, I think I got on once this year.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, we were gonna do a quote game, and then I realized it was just gonna be me listening to me, and I didn't want to do that.
Not a whole lot. Mostly work, but made it up to Madeline for the full time this year. Didn't
Yeah.
have to get out a day early, which was nice.
That's the first time that's happened in a couple of years.
I did. There is about an 18-hour window in there that I don't remember for some reason. I don't know why.
I could not tell you.
Other than that, nothing too crazy. I can't remember. It was the only last movie I went to was Oppenheimer. I can't remember. Was that before Madeline?
That
was
would have
like
been
July.
July
Yeah.
when the Barbenheimer thing happened.
Yeah, that's
I didn't get to see it yet.
it's good.
Yeah, I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, but Barbie was incredible.
I really wanted to see Oppenheimer in the theaters, but oh well.
It was really good.
It's a Christopher Nolan movie, which means you probably don't need to see it in the theaters.
Oh yeah, you do.
Nah,
Yes and
you
no.
need to see it where you can have frequent bathroom breaks.
I didn't even pee
No,
once
it,
during
honestly,
Killers of
it
the Flower
pulls you in
Moon.
enough that you don't need. You don't feel like you're. It is what 2.5 hours, something like that. It didn't feel like 2.5 hours,
Oh, nice.
and it's not a happy-go-lucky movie. I mean, you don't leave the theater like, "Wow, I feel great right now." It's more of a fuck.
This is a little like in that same vein, but I think one of my favorite things about Marvels was it had a runtime of 104 minutes.
Wow, that's
and,
rare.
And I'm like, that is incredible.
Especially since you have to sit through like 40 minutes of previews before every movie these days.
Well, we went and saw TMNT, the 90s one, and that's a tight 94
Oh, yeah. Is it
minutes.
The animated
No, the
One?
live action one from the 90s.
They
Teenage
were-
Mutant Ninja Turtles
oh,
in the
you guys
suits.
got the theater over here.
Yeah,
That was it,
yeah.
And I was impressed by it.
They pack so much into the like 90 some minutes, and you're just like, why can't movies do this still?
Because it's, I don't know. They did that with Venom 2. Carnage is only 9 minutes long, but it felt rushed, in my opinion.
That's because you're used to like directors being like, okay, well now we have 30 minutes to talk about the backstory of this butterfly in this one scene.
I like that. Like what's his name's director's cut of Josh Whedon's cut of the DC movie Justice
Snyder's?
League.
You mean the Schneider cut,
Schneider, yeah, that one.
the one that probably shouldn't exist?
It was fantastic.
There's nothing that could have saved that movie.
No,
There's no way
but
I
it
would
was
ever
better than
spend
the
that much
theater
long
release.
watching it again. Like I already saw the original one. I don't think it'd get that much better.
Well, Cyborg is not just a token black man in a movie, and Wonder Woman is just not like, hey, look, it's Gal Gadot.
So did,
she's hot. Look at her. She's on screen.
So at least does the Flash
There's-
not grope her this time around?
That
or does
I
he still
remember.
grope her?
I just kind of
Because that was pretty weird.
Ezra Miller out of my head. Other than that, yeah, this work and Starfield dropped, and I didn't plan on playing it until I got a little pop-up on my Xbox saying, hey, you can now download this.
For free.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, we'll try it out and see. It's probably not going to be great, and now I'm like 20-something
How many games are you in yet?
full 10.
You've done 10 new game pluses?
Yeah. I did the fast track on most of those.
Okay.
And now in the 10th, now I've actually started to actually go
So
through
is it
more
10
in-depth.
is when the game actually starts, or
No, I mean, well, like one of my employees, he's doing the long version all 10 times through because he can, and he's a psychopath. But
Yeah.
you can do it. Like my first playthrough, I didn't know about the new game stuff, so I did everything you could, and then I went to go beat the final mission and rolled credits, and then you can start again. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool.
yeah. I will say, like, once I found that like that was the twist, it like completely killed the game for me. Like I was having a good time, and I'm like, okay, like I'll be able to finish this and then move on, and I have to play it 10 more times.
You don't have to. So like I finished now on my 10th. I did finish, but you don't have to go into a new universe. You can walk.
So
back
what's the
out.
weirdest universe you've come across in the game so far?
I hit all of the alternate ones.
Oh, you had all the alternate ones.
It's kind of interesting.
How about so? What was your favorite one? The one where Sarah's a plant?
Yeah, I cracked up at that.
Wait, she's just a plant?
Yeah, it's just a plant called Sarah that's in Constellation.
Yeah, and you can talk to the plant, and then when you're done with that conversation, people are like, "You okay? Like, why the fuck are you talking to a plant in a pot?"
I
That is
mean,
solid.
all right. It's a weird game. Like they took some swings. I don't know. Like, well, we did a deep dive into this game already. I won't say more on it. But yeah. Anything else?
That's about it.
All right. Let's see. When was the last time we recorded? 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago?
2 weeks ago.
Okay. So I went to Asheville, North Carolina. Checked that little city out. Really cool place. Fucking sucks to fly to.
Isn't there a big brewery out by Asheville?
There's a couple of 2-3 of them, but also a couple of the West Coast breweries made it out there.
Is that
There,
where Sierra Nevada's?
yeah,
doing?
there's the Sierra Nevada second facilities out there, and there's another one that made it out there. And then they just have a ton of small breweries. Went to a bunch of those. And I don't know, it was a work trip, so they flew us in on Wednesday, flew us out on Friday, and I had a 4-hour layover in Chicago each direction, and so I was real happy the entire time. It was pretty great. Yeah, I don't know, hit a brewery tour, checked out the town. It was fun. I liked it. I highly recommend going to Asheville. I would like to go with a little bit more time next time, just so I can like get out and like see, like I want to do some of the mountain biking and the hiking and all of that kind of stuff. Check out more of the food scene. But yeah, the beer scene was cool. What food I had was good, but there was nothing that like blew me away. There was the most Subarus I've ever seen out of the Pacific Northwest, so that was pretty cool. Like, just as far as the eye can see, Outbacks. Yeah, then I got back with some delightful plane crud. So I had to cancel. That was going to be our 11th anniversary show, but I got sick, so we had to postpone to this week. And yeah, so then I flew out to Orlando the following Friday, and I did Universal Orlando, which was a lot of fun. So like this past year, I went to New Zealand. I did the Hobbiton thing. I went and did the Star Wars thing, and now I've done the Harry Potter thing at Universal. So like I think I've hit all the worlds now. But it sounds like Universal's getting a Lord of the Rings thing. So
damn.
in a couple of years, so
Did
I'm
you
gonna have
hit
to check
both
that.
sides of the park?
Yeah, so I bought the Park Hopper Pass for 3 days, and they gave us an extra 2 days. So we did 4 days in the park, which you can basically do the park in 1 day. But the Park Hopper, like, it lets you ride the Hogwarts Express, which was super fucking cool. So I will say this. All right, I'm wearing some Harry Potter shit, right? Harry Potter World was awesome. It was super cool. We got there Friday. We went straight to Diagon Alley. We got like a late lunch at the Leaky Cauldron. And then we went and we got our robes and our wands. We went through the Ollivanders experience, got our wands and everything so we could do the magic. And then like made our way out. And that first day we hit we didn't hit any of the Harry Potter rides, but I hit the Fast and the Furious ride. Oh my god. What a terrible goddamn ride.
Yes.
But it was just
The
beautiful.
exhibit leading up as you're going through the line
Right.
is cooler than the ride.
Well, so here's what I will say. The actors in the exhibit leading up were so done. Just so done that they were like talking back to like Tej, and they're like, "Oh, I thought we were family." Like just like they were just like giving like their pre-recorded lines so much shit. It was hilarious.
See, when I went there, well, I've gone to that side of the park twice for work, and it's after their, I think it might be even after their hours because they close down.
Oh
after
yeah,
they
and then you get
shut
to
down.
do the
So it's limited. You can do all the rides are open, but they don't have the actors in the exhibit parts. But the in the Harry Potter World section, I know the Leaky Cauldron was open, and then like their various bar areas.
Yep. Yeah, the hopping pot and the with the keg place and
And but yeah, the Ollivander wand. I mean, the lights are on, so you can look through.
But
the
no
windows
one's home?
right?
I get that a lot.
Did you go on the Transformer ride?
I did not do the Transformers ride.
That's actually fun.
Really? Okay. So I missed I skipped the Transformers. I skipped some of the roller coasters. Like I didn't have a chance to do like Hulk Coaster or like the Hollywood Rip Rocket. I did MIB, both of the Jurassic Park rides, all the Harry Potter stuff. Like yeah, so I did a bunch of stuff. And I had all of the Harry Potter specific beverages. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic. And I took notes, motherfuckers.
The butterbeer's not that great, in my opinion.
Hot is fantastic.
Oh, I never had an option for hot.
Yep. So hot butterbeer is great. The rest of them can be drain poured. Just so hard. They're just not good.
You don't want butter in your beer, huh? That's
Well,
not that's
no.
an off flavor usually, right?
No, so like it's like a super sweet cream soda.
You know, like a butterscotch cream soda.
Yeah, and it's so sweet. So from the NA stuff, the standouts were the pumpkin juice, which was like a pumpkin, like it was the basic white bitch of ciders, like it's like pumpkin spice cider. It was really good. We had that with breakfast one day. It was fantastic. The sparkling pumpkin juice, no. That one's terrible. Get it still. I don't know why, but it made it like so much sweeter and just like cloying. It was atrocious. The peach tree tea was like it lost fizziness just like immediately. It was like supposed to be like this fizzy like peach tea. It was just it was very like peachy and like a little bit of tea, but like sweet. It was fine. Jacqueline liked that one. And then we got it was like the frog ale or the green frog ale, which was a mint. It's like a mint and cinnamon beverage and like maybe some clove in there with like boba in it. No, just don't do that one. That's bad. Yeah. So that's kind of it for NA. The fire whiskey, fantastic. It was like a better version of Fireball.
That's a low bar to step over.
Yeah, but they did it. And you then have Fireball. Like I don't know. I did a beer and a bump in the morning, and I wasn't intending to do that, but then I had some encouragement from other people, and then I did that, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling good. Let's go ride Hogwarts. Like, then the Harry Potter beers, Daisy Root. I gave that a 7.5 out of 10 on the BNS scale. Light malty sweetness, English yeast character, toffee, incredibly drinkable, firm bitterness. The Wizard's Brew was a light stout, like a dry stout. Fantastic. That was my favorite. I gave that one an 8. The Hog's Head Amber had like a dry caramel maltiness. I give that a 6.5. It was fine. The Dragon Scale was another like amberish malty beer with like a hint of roastiness, almost like an Irish red. Give that a 7. The Dark Forest Ale had like a firm bitterness, very easy drinking. I also give that one a 7. So,
Who does the brewing for those?
Florida Brewing Company.
Okay.
Are they the ones that do they do Cigar City, or are they the ones that do the Happy Monk?
I think the second one you said.
Happy,
Yeah. As far as rides go in the Harry Potter land, Gringotts was dope. The Forbidden Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey was fun, but gave me motion sickness.
Was that the one that was all in Japanese when I went?
Yeah.
Where you're like sitting on one.
You're sitting on the thing and it's zipping around. The Dementors pop out
Yep.
and like you go like zoom down on the Quidditch pitch,
Yep.
which I think is the best part of that ride. But at that point, like the first full day there, I took Dramamine in the morning and we hit that right away at like Park Open and that was fine. Then we hit it again at the end of the day and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I couldn't understand anything they were saying. It was just basically people overdubbing Japanese over the top of all the characters.
We did Hagrid's motorbike ride. That was so cool. That was probably the coolest roller coaster I've ever been on. It was a blast. It was so smooth. And like you got to like I got to sit in the driver's seat of the motorbike and I was like, wee, all right, like so I really enjoyed that. The Mummy ride, I think hands down was my favorite ride in the park. Just like when you go in and you hit that you hit like a false ending, and then the mummy kills the ride operator and sprays you down with kerosene, and then starts the ceiling on fire, and then you drop down. Like it's just awesome.
That wasn't there when I was there. Cool.
Yeah. The Mummy ride is awesome, and then the Men in Black ride was fine. The Simpsons ride made me nauseous. The Jimmy Fallon ride sucked.
Didn't know there was a Jimmy.
Yeah,
Fallon
that was just terrible.
That was new. That's got to be new-ish.
It's fairly new, yeah. It's like Wild Ride Through New York or something.
Yeah. 'Cause the first time I went down there, they didn't have that, and then this last year they did.
Yeah. The Velocicoaster was so cool, but apparently there's dinosaurs in it, but you're whipping around at 70 miles an hour. I didn't see any goddamn... Like, I felt like Jeff Goldblum, or I guess Ian Malcolm, be like, there are going to be dinosaurs on your ride, on your dinosaur tour?
I think it's if you're walking away from the MIB building and there's another...
Towards Simpsons?
I can't remember. It might be towards like the little town, or maybe
Towards London?
possibly.
Yeah, so if
but
you're
there's,
like,
there's bathrooms here, and then there's a big fence, and there's some plants and everything.
Mhm.
You ever walk by there when the dinosaur sounds go off?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. First time I went down there, I was just walking by, all of a sudden a velociraptor goes off next to my head. I about put a skylight.
Well, they shouldn't be there. The Velociraptor's in
awning.
the other park.
Right.
They're in the other park.
And But then this last time I was down there, I knew it was coming, and so me and a couple of buddies, we just got food and sat down across from it and waited as people unsuspecting, because there's a bunch of new employees that haven't been there before and were acting as such. But when the Velociraptor made sound and seeing how many people just jump out of their own skin,
That sounds like a blast. I wish I had known that was there. Like, we would have, went and gone and sat there for a minute.
I don't know if it's supposed to be there, but
Went and did the E.T. ride because it traumatized me as a child, so I had to go, get some redemption. And honestly, it kind of holds up. Like, it's weird as fuck, but, it holds up. It's pretty good. And then the Bourne Stuntacular was probably the coolest thing that we did. It's like a stunt show, right? But the entire stage is rotating, and they have sets popping up out of the floor that integrate seamlessly with this massive high definition screen behind it, and you can hardly tell what's real, what's not, and the actors are running around and popping up, and it was super cool. Though there was a technical issue about halfway through, and so the guy came out, and while they were resetting and trying to get everything back on, he just basically told us all about the tech on it. And then when he finished, he's like, "Thank you for coming to the director's cut of the Bourne." It was fun. Universal was a blast. I don't know if I'll do it again. I might. We'll see. But it was a good thing to do once and just have the fun doing it. We got the interactive wands and we're doing the stuff in the windows, and that was really cool. It made you feel I'm a wizard.
completely off topic. But have you seen the guy that made a D&D gaming table, and it comes with a Harry Potter wand to activate various things? It's just a magnet thing.
Oh, no, I did not.
There's secret buttons and drawers and whatnot that you need the wand to actually open.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll try to find it again, and I'll send you it.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, because there was the coolest ones. So when you're walking through, they have little medallions on the ground in front, with the spell you need to cast and the direction you need to point your wand in order to do the spell. But there's a couple of secret ones that don't have anything, and when you stumble across those ones make you feel super cool. There's one, it's unmarked, and it's in not, I want to say apothecary, but where they have all the ingredients for potions and stuff, and it's just barrel of dragon dung, and you cast an Engorgio thing on it, and it bubbles up, and then Jacqueline's every time we do that, it smells bad because it they shoot out just dung scent, and then there was one, it was a empty, just a blank piece of parchment, and when you waved your wand at it, it would reveal a new message, and there was 14 or some different messages that it could do, and
Try again later.
pretty much
Ask again.
No, they're mostly advertisements for disappearing ink. But yeah, I don't know. Then we went to Disney Springs and it was raining, and it's Florida. What are you gonna do? That's all I got. We should probably try a beer, huh?
Yeah, we should.
At 30 some minutes in. So, because it's an anniversary show, you guys know how this goes. We have too many things to do. We have a 3-year vertical.
Oh, jeez.
Of KBS. Luckily, they're small, tiny bottles. And they're obviously going to be right next to each other in age. So we have this year's, which is 2023. We have 2018 and 2017. I don't know what happened to all the others.
We probably drank them on another show.
Very possible. Yeah. So, Matt, will you go ahead and figure out how to pour that one out?
The first one, 2023.
2023. While I look up some stuff on KBS. So, KBS stands for what, Carlos?
Kansas breakfast sandwich.
Yes, you got
Kansas breakfast sandwich.
Yes.
How about Kentucky bourbon stout?
And it could also be that too. I mean, it could be one of those.
Okay. From Founders Brewing in beautiful Michigan. This year's comes in at 12%, 45 IBUs, 340 calories in that bottle.
Coffee.
This beer taught us that patience truly is a virtue, KBS is a big imperial stout brewed with a massive amount of coffee and chocolate, and then bourbon barrel aged to perfection. Incredibly silky and full bodied with notes of vanilla cocoa, roasted coffee, and charred oak. In the past, we found that this beer really does well with a couple of years on it.
Yep.
Usually it's very hot coming right out.
Not hot, in my opinion, this year.
It's burnt coffee. Burnt coffee. That's what I taste.
Yeah, the alcohol is definitely like bringing some of those up. It's more solventy. No, not solventy.
I get a lot of coffee and the charred oak on the palate. On the nose, there's
It's super boozy on the nose.
yeah, booze, chocolate, and coffee on the nose.
Yeah, like it's like sniffing a glass of bourbon on the nose.
Not mad about it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's like I think it shows promise. It feels thin. The body seems a little light to me.
Yeah, especially compared to the 2017.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know. I haven't had the 2017 in a hot second. but-
Drunk me decided to drink a 6-pack.
Jesus.
I need to break that one down just a second, Gordon. Were you drunk before the 6-pack?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I because I
Did
was
you
gonna
sober
say-
off? Did you sober up when you finished six
No,
of them?
I almost.
How was the next week?
No, I was out in South Dakota, walked into this mom and pop liquor store, and they had 6 bottles left, and they're like, oh, because I grabbed a bunch of other craft, like barrel aged stuff. Like, hey, we'll give this to you for $5 a bottle. I'm like, do you have any more? Because I would be happy to take off your hand.
And then you drink it all.
And sober me had every intention of rat holing it away and sitting on it and enjoying it over the next number of years. And then drunk me had other plans. Glenn came out in full fashion.
Ugh, nobody likes Glenn.
Right?
Glenn's
And then
the worst.
Glenn also wandered into the bullpen out there because the farm that we're at, they do fertility testing on bulls.
Oh.
And,
Were you fertility testing some bulls there, Gordon?
No.
After you
Well,
glenned up?
Glenn
Are you
decided we
testing
need to go
yourself?
take a piss, and then as soon as the bull snorted, Glenn decided to give the wheel back to me. And I turn around, and there's this 6 bulls just kind of staring at me like, the fuck you doing, bud? I'm like, I apologize. I'm going to go back to my side of the fence real quick.
All the bulls are like, Glenn looks like a purdy cow.
They did not look friendly like, what's the famous PBR bowl? Top Dollar. Super
I
friendly.
didn't realize that PBR had a bull.
PBR, no.
A friendly
Professional
bowl,
Bull
too?
Riding League.
Professional bull riding league.
You can't say that when we're talking about beer, Gordon.
But there's a bull called Top Dollar, and outside of the arena, he's super friendly. Like, kids can go up and pet him while he's just kind of chilling in his pen, and he likes, get treats
He
from him.
rarely murders them.
But once he's, like, he knows once the rider gets on his back that it's go time, and he will do everything he can to throw him off. Where
It's
these
almost like
bulls
he doesn't
did not
like
look
people
friendly.
on his back.
Well, it's kind of his job.
I mean, yeah.
Did he have a choice?
Does he get paid?
I don't know. He gets to go sleep around in the off season, so I'm sure that's his payment.
I don't know. I guess
How-
it could be hamburger.
Well, I mean-
so, like, those are the two options.
How many times has Benny replaced? Actually, do you think like he just turns to hamburger every year? They just name a new one.
Got a new one. All right, Carlos, give me a number.
I think it's fine. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
All right. Matt.
6.
With Carlos, I'll give it 7.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm just not, like it. It didn't speak to me. It was fine.
It was weird. It gave me it like hit me on the same like spots like sour things do like right
right in that
Yeah,
back,
and I was
like,
like-
and you're just
That's weird.
I think give it a
Just
year,
leaking
maybe
a bit.
two in a fridge and other stuff.
it needs
other notes would come
time.
out.
Like, absolutely. Oop. Apparently, Gordon and Matt are quiet. I just got
Oh.
that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe if Gordon would talk into the mic. Jeez.
Well, that
I
would help.
am. I haven't screwed that up yet tonight.
Well, you know, the night's young. All right. So we'll get the second one going, but I believe that Carlos has provided a game for us tonight.
Yeah, so I don't know who here is familiar with an old show called McLaughlin Group.
You sent us the thing, and I've heard of it, but I hadn't. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I just sent out a clip of the SNL skit
Yeah,
that Dana Carvey did. But basically, it's just like McLaughlin leads this group of like talking heads from back in the 90s or older, I guess. It was probably the 80s when the show started on like PBS, and they would just like discuss like political stuff and stuff like that. But I said, I could make a game show for that within Department of Defense. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to award points. I'm going to ask questions, and however, you don't get points for a question by being correct. You argue and convince me that you're correct. You don't have to be correct. Like that does not factor into this at all. Actually, like being correct. You just gotta convince me that you're correct. Okay.
We need some Brian on this one.
Well, we don't have a Brian. We have everyone else.
So I think.
Oh wait, hang on, not that one. Sorry, this one.
So we're gonna get into this,
That should be 18.
and we'll see who wins.
All right. Oh, I have a thing I got to do.
The public broadcasted show about mastering debating that now has a scoring system to rope in those darn millennials. It's the McLoafing Group with avid reader of the National Lampoon, Casey Lopper, current Ghost Town squatter, Gordon Waterloo, third string Ren Fair jouster, Matt Toffett, and moderated by the exacting exorcist, Christopher McLoafing. Issue 1. What episode number are we on? And if it had a subtitle, what would it be? Casey Lopper.
11.
Gordon Waterloo.
The subtitle would be 11.
Gonna go.
Matt Toffett.
I'll say 369.
But what's the subtitle?
The maidens are fair at the Renfest.
And by the way, you guys can interrupt each other or talk over each other.
Oh, that's good to know.
Episode 407, Total Shat Show.
No, because it is our 11th year, and we do one anniversary show a year. That means
We've done 11 shows.
we've
My
done
ass.
11
Come on.
shows.
Come on.
Everybody knows that that's how math works.
Issue 2. Who has guest hosted the most episodes of Department of Defense?
Me.
Matt Toffett.
Guest hosts for what Department of Defense? Who has them?
Who has
Who has been on here the most? I don't know.
guest hosted?
Guest host. Oh, that would be Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Matt Gordon Waterloo.
Sir Mix-a-Lot has not guest hosted any episodes. He's hosted episodes, but he has not guest hosted any episodes.
You might have got me there.
Gordon Waterloo.
Some guy named Carlos.
Can you elaborate
Casey
on
Lopper.
this? Some guy named Carlos.
Who has guest hosted the most episodes of the Department of Defense? Like, are we talking about the most episodes or the most episodes?
The most episodes.
I didn't realize that was an option.
You got
I'm,
me too. I didn't realize that as well.
I'm gonna go with the Frizz Boys.
You got me on that. Oh no.
Issue 3. Time for the Daily Double.
What?
Out of-
Oh, wait.
We're
What does that
investing?
mean?
Out of 10 years of DOO trivia, what question has been asked the most times? Casey Lopper.
Why?
Gordon Waterloo.
How?
Matt Toffett.
Are we live?
Issue 4. The scoring system for the show is weighted so that different questions give different points. How heavy is this question? Matt Toffet.
It hurts, man. It's so fucking heavy.
Gordon Waterloo.
2.5 pounds.
Casey Lopper.
3 hydrogen atoms, man.
Wrong.
Go.
Issue 5.
Wait, what? How is that wrong?
2.5 pounds must have been right, I guess.
Vin Diesel's family-focused Fast and Furious movie franchise where he stars as Dominic Toretto has acquired a large cast over the years. Who is the most glaring omission of an actor or actress who has yet to be included? Matt Toffet.
Oh, shit. Gary Oldman.
And why do you think Gary Oldman?
He can be anybody. He's a chameleon.
Gordon Waddle.
Melissa McCarthy.
You are going to have to explain that.
Gives them a good reason to get a fisheye lens.
I'm going to subtract a point here. Casey Lopper.
I mean, the wife is...
The dad from Seventh Heaven.
And why?
I don't want to wait.
He's basically a Mormon. Look how big his family is.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the
Oh
one?
my
that
God, he's got the family. There's just an instrumental of that song every time he comes on the screen.
And he pulls Dominic Toretto aside and has like a conversation.
Serious talk.
Like, Dom,
He said
Why-
it's all about family, but
Dom, why do you think you feel that way? And why do you think these things keep happening to you? Do you need to drive that fast? And you're so furious all the time.
Issue 6. If I lost track of your point totals, what do you believe would be your point total? Gordon Waterloo.
35.
Matt Toffet.
4.
Casey Lopper.
42. We're Seventh Heaven. Which would be 77.
But I did not forget your point totals. Issue 7. Music may nearly never be the main topic of discussion for DOO. So tell me, why ain't nothing but a heartache? Matt Toffet.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
So tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache.
Life. It's just a heartache. If you saw that one joust I did. I know I come in third straight, but yeah, right in the heart.
Wrong. Gordon Waterloo. So tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache.
It's all dust in the wind.
Casey Lopper. So tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache.
So this really comes down to a biology question. And if you notice that the heart and the taint are connected by the ain't, which is near your asshole.
I wish I could argue that.
And that's why taint nuttin' in a hard bake.
Wrong. Correct answer was I did not get the Backstreet reunion tickets, and I was never able to go. And that's why ain't nothing but a heartache.
I saw
Chris, will you pass that beer?
Well, after I pour myself a...
And a quick word from our sponsors. Hey, have you guys had Cheerios? Well, these are Drearios. It's the perfect thing to put you in the best mood to go to bed. Are you just waiting for tomorrow to come? Because today sucks. Get Drearios at your local grocer.
these are not heart healthy.
Now available in ham flavor. Issue 8 has been cut for time. Issue 9. DOO has offered multiple new Olympic sports over the years.
Oh, that's way better.
What has been the best new sport that was still met with silence from that corrupt ring of Olympic governors. Also, I must remind you, this is the gambling round. You may tell me how many points you're gambling before you start. Gordon Waddle?
All of them, and Frizz Boys.
Not bad. Casey Lopper.
10 points. And women's figure skating.
Interesting. Don't think we've ever discussed that on DO. Tolford.
20 points and beer drinking.
The correct answer was actually Frizz Boys. Unfortunately, Gordon did not have any points at this time.
Damn it!
Time to wrap up for the points awarded. We are wrapping up with a... Oh, this is interesting that we got going on here. Gordon at 0 after gambling everything. 0 times 100 would still be a 0. Matt Toffett has 5.
Oh.
Casey Lopper, also 5.
Oh.
Matt Toffett,
Oh, no.
why do you deserve to win?
Because I keep getting third place at the Renfest. I need first in this.
Casey Lopper, why do you deserve to win?
Have you seen me?
Gordon Waterloo, why do you deserve first place?
Because I've never won anything.
And you shouldn't.
I'll allow that rebuttal. And so, the winner of this night's episode of McLaughlin Group is Matt Toffett.
What? Cool.
I demand a
And
recount.
we are out of time. Bye-bye.
Do I play it again? Well, that was a fun interlude, everybody. Hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time.
Congratulations to Matt for winning.
Yeah, I
I thought you were
did.
going to give it to Lando.
No.
I really thought the dog was gonna win. Yeah, I mean that was a time. That was a time and a half even. This 2018 is leaps and bounds better than the other one.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
little soy saucy, but I still think
Is that what it's
I get caramel and toffee, but okay, soy sauce. That's a
It's got like a slight slickness to it, but not like an off-putting amount of slickness.
I think the body's better than the fresh.
Yes.
Like it just feels thicker.
I just remember these being better personally to me.
I mean, you're not wrong. But also it's KBS. Like it's never been like the top of the top. It's always just been good. Like you might be thinking of Bourbon County.
Maybe.
I think it's tasty.
Yep.
Got like a nice balance of chocolate in there, and
Oh yeah. All right. Well, before we wrap up here, I'm just gonna have everybody go around the room and say a couple of nice things about the Blind Ninja Studios over the
we're
last
wrapping
11
up
years.
already?
Well, I mean, we don't have to wrap up already.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like I just
I thought we had another beer. to taste.
we do. I just like I'm filling time,
Okay.
and so before we wrap up, I want to do this thing, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do the next thing before we wrap up.
Got it. Well, I'll go first then.
All right. Yeah.
I like the nice sense of confusion that we often have. And that we sometimes have to then question what is going on and then have it like described over the air so everybody else understands what's going on.
I do enjoy that too.
It's pretty great.
It's very professional.
I mean,
of us.
Very
It's-
professional.
Man, do you guys ever think that it's kind of insane that we are one of the longest running podcasts in the world and
That is weird to
we
think about.
still don't know what we're doing?
I know. I've met us. I understand.
There is that. There is that. I haven't met us. I hope we're neat. Oh Oh man, Matt, do you have any like fond memories of BNS over the years, or anything that stands out? Or
The many changes of studios we've had. Finally into this beautiful one.
this one's definitely the best of the three. I'd count it as three, I think.
Like 2 different locations. The first location having multiple different versions.
Yeah, we had a lot, especially like we were refreshing like once a year there in the early years, like figuring out different ways of doing things. Remember when we started with just like the single folding table with the sheet, and then we're like, hey, we can fit another table under this sheet.
And there was just a couch there, like a bad couch.
Oh yeah, we had a couch there for a minute. Forgot about that.
It was a fun hangout though.
Oh yeah.
Our adolescent youths.
Well, let's see. We started this in 2012. We were, 23? 22?
23.
We were chillins.
And it really makes you question, like, if they how can you let an 18-year-old sign up for the military when we were very dumb at 23?
They let us sign up for a Twitter account. Like,
Well, you don't need a lot for that.
yeah. Gordon, what about you? Do you have any fond memories over the last 11 years?
Well, I came in late to the game, 2017, I think.
Oh, yeah, Gordon, you've only been here for 7 of the 11 years. Yeah, late to the game.
Well, I mean, at that time, this table was already down there. You had the same mic set up.
Yeah.
I did come in pre-paint job of the studio
Yeah.
at the old location.
Yeah, you were in the dungeon years.
But I miss, and I think it should be brought back, is the food tasting. Because the very first episode I did, we did a hot dog taste.
Are you-
Oh, yeah, we haven't done
Gordon,
that
are
in
you
a
just
while.
hungry?
I mean, that's
I mean, I
kinda my
am,
shtick.
but
Yeah, we talked about chicken sandwiches and stuff, but anything you have to keep warm is pretty hard.
yeah. Well, like food tastings. So we've done hot dogs. We've done gummy bears, or I guess fruit snacks.
We did gum.
We did gum one time. That was a mistake. That was such a mistake. We did juice boxes.
Though that was also a mistake for some of us.
Yes. That was miserable.
We did fancy
Beer.
cheese with cheap beer. We did expensive cheese, cheap cheese with fancy beer.
The beer tasting, the cheap beer tasting.
That one was a lot of fun. That
was.
one, like,
We could rehash that one again.
Yeah, I think we could.
Let's
Because
just not do the infected beer ever again.
No, that was bad.
that it was bad, but it was informative.
Oh, absolutely. But
It was very informative.
my gut hated me for 2 days after
That was so bad. It was so bad.
We could do like gas station sandwiches. All get like the same like ham and cheese or turkey. And
Oh,
cheese
from
each
like a
different
holiday,
gas
a quick
stations.
trip.
Yep. Yep.
Those are the a Casey's. Where's the nearest Casey's? Do we have to drive to Zumbrota?
I got one right by my house.
Well,
Okay.
what we can do is like we can just get like all the sandwiches at like one of the
just,
places,
like, cut
and
them
then we just cut it up, and we just like these are the different sandwiches from Quick Trip.
Oh, just like a taste the menu,
Yeah.
but gas station edition.
I know the VP has my favorite egg salad sandwich.
Be
I
like
know
a
that.
charcuterie board.
Oh,
but, you know,
really?
no.
Do they have horseradish in it?
No, it's just
Oh.
the simple. I just
I don't
It
know.
reminds me of Japan.
Okay, I like the chicken salad at the Quick Trip.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
It's a really nice chicken salad.
That one has the. Does that one have the raisins in it or
It has the grapes in it.
grapes in it?
Yeah. They
Don't
got the
put fucking
pre-dehydrated.
raisins in anything
Settle
other
down,
than
you.
cookies.
What? No, keep your fucking raisins out of the goddamn cookies.
Yeah.
Because that's how
I-
that's how you get a liar cookie, Gordon. A liar cookie. When you look at it from a distance, you're like, oh look, motherfucking chocolate chip cookies.
Raisins out of everything. But
I'm like, I'm
cookies.
so
Okay.
excited.
Look,
And-
let's be honest. This oatmeal raisin cookies are just sad.
No, they are delicious.
I don't mind them, but
Gordon,
Upgrade, you do.
you
crazy.
live in disappointment. The other, like the rest of us, have hope and dreams. Like we don't need raisin cookies.
Give it a couple years.
We're the same age.
Yeah, but I work in retail, so I mean,
Oh,
it's
there
like,
is that. Okay,
that's
yeah,
ages
yeah,
you in dog years.
what other things could we try?
I mean, yeah, we've talked about like when the chicken sandwich wars were happening. We talked about doing that. We used to have a snack basket.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Though, what were the Zappos? The ones from New Orleans? Those ones are really good.
Yeah, those were pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to have a snack basket as a question I was going to bring up, but it just
you had to cut it for time.
yeah, that's what I cut for time.
Yeah, it's always fun doing the those random chip tastings too, like we did. The mega cheese one.
The mega cheese and the horse
meat
and
the
the
pufferfish.
Yep, those were fun. I don't know. We've had some fun shows over the years too. Like Lothos was a blast.
Yeah.
We had like tabletop theater, like pushing like trying to bring that back would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked how you're actually building characters for a year or two on end.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, it was a blast. And like Clem is still like up there with the beers. Like, you look around the studio and you have all these like little things. Like there's the Aku Aku on the wall from when we were doing the BNS plays.
I remember being at the old studio because I always sat in the same spot for however long I was showing up at that one for 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Every fucking time I'd walk in, I'd see something new. It took me probably a year and a half, 2 years to see the Burt Reynolds boudoir
He's up there.
tacked up on one of the beams.
Yep. It's like, and well, it's been kind of fun to just like put little like hidden things. Like Brian's face is on the wall behind me. Like
He was so we put that up when he was coming to the show that day. That fucking face.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, we've had some good times over the years, some great guests, some amazing artists, Doug Kahlberg,
Shitbot 2020.
yep, Phil Giuliano, the entire Twin Cities Comic Collective at one point. We had some comedians, like Elizabeth S. was on. We had, Shitbot 2020, with those guys from No Story. Like, we had Jason Anarchy, the creator of Drinking Quest, brewers like Mike Fredrickson, Matt Gilbert. We had just all of these like amazing people like over the years. It's been really fascinating to see.
And also a book submitted for us to talk about. Like we had the what was the one about the
Gary
corrector DB?
Gygax book. Yeah, we had that one submitted just out of nowhere. Just showed up. They're like, "Will you review this?" I guess. Yeah. I had another one reach out to me, and I didn't like the look. I didn't want to read the book.
Oh yeah.
Because it sounded shit. So I said no.
Oops.
Understandable.
Well, I just didn't want to read that.
It's time consuming. Like
yeah.
you're talking about like a commitment of time.
My time's worth something, Matt.
Sorry.
Not much, but something.
What if we did a cook-off, once a quarter or something like that? We all, pick a fairly easy-to-do dish,
I was like, so this is at the old studio. I had entire plans like written, ready to go, like figured out like how many people we need, what we needed for to film a cooking show. A cooking competition show.
Did you get 1 or 2 episodes?
Well, so we did like a cooking show, and then like I had pancakes with Casey for a minute, but like I had just like a cooking competition show where I just wanted to pit dads against each other. Like
That'd be really good.
I know.
But like simple stuff, like chili. is
Yeah.
an easy one. Lord of the Nachos coming up around that time of year. Everybody make their own nacho dish and bring that down.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do that. The biggest problem that we run into with that is a judge, an impartial judge.
That's why we can bring in guests for that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, impartiality is very hard. Because
Worst case scenario, I just get an extra free meal.
well, no, I know. Like that's how all this starts. Is we're just looking to eat, like we're just kind of hungry. Matt, I'm gonna give this one to you to pass around here, because I am getting hungry. I'm gonna need to go eat something at some point. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think. Like we've done some just insane. Like, so this is episode 434. In that time, we have done an alternate reality episode.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one.
We did an episode where we just got real fucking high. We've done episodes where we started drunk. There's been episodes where we've ended drunk.
There's been episodes where we started drunk, and there's been other episodes that we had started drunk.
We've done all of these different things. There was an episode where Carlos was so excited to have a bit that he hid a cowboy hat next to his chair, pulled it out, and Brian just looked at him deadpan and said, "What, are you fucking doing a bit or something?" Like,
What was the bit?
I don't know. It was a
Car
shit bit.
corner or
Like,
something.
Oh, that's fine.
no, it wasn't Carlos's car corner.
I thought he did like a cowboy voice for that.
No, it was an entire thing where he was very excited to talk about this, and I don't even remember what it was. I just remember Brian's reaction to it because it was just so like, I don't want.
No. I mean, I believe it was very dumb. Like, why would I even be willing to do it if it was smart? I wouldn't do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, I know what hat you're talking about, and that one does not fit my head. Did not fit my head.
It did
I
not.
threw it away eventually. Like,
We did an entire episode this year or I guess half an episode where we hosted a sports show.
oh yeah, we did that.
Yep.
No.
Turns out that we're pretty good sports
It was
announcers.
part of a show. We did
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like we've done all of these like interesting, weird, dumb things. Like we've Halloween episodes where we do retellings of like Edgar Allan Poe and scary stories, and
You guys dissected all of the Fast and the Furious.
Well, we got a quarter of a movie left.
yeah, we actually do have a quarter movie of the 10th movie, and we lost steam.
That'll happen with like long breaks.
Yeah, we lost a little bit of steam. Once Fast 11 comes out, or
Saw it.
the Letty film,
I just
or
saw that
the
film
Han.
too many times in theaters.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys went to that.
We
theater so many
didn't.
times.
We only saw it 1.5 times in theaters.
If you add up all the quarters,
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. 1 3/4 times in theaters.
we went to the theater 3 times.
2 1/4 times in theaters. 2 1/4 times because we saw it for the first quarter. We watched it all the way through.
Yep.
And then we watched it at the half point.
Yep.
So that's 1.5. And then we watched it at the 3/4 point.
Yep.
So that's 2 1/4.
Which is, it's weird going to a theater and like knowing
And
you're
just leaving. And then showing up the exact same time, the exact same theater the next week, and then leaving early again. When it's the small town theater where there's 2 employees.
You should have some sort of like media badge or something on there. Just really
We should have
throw
done
the-
something, been like, hey, like, we're only going to stay for half the movie. Can we pay half price?
This is our 3rd time coming.
we just want to sneak in for the last quarter. Like, is that cool? Like, yeah, we've like, I don't know. We've had some amazing guests. We've had some amazing times. Gordon, you have brought some of the most unique guests down, in both directions. And I think my favorite was when you had Bitmad on.
Yes.
And we had sandwiches. Oh my God. Turns out all of our favorite things are around food. And then we had a good, 5-ish year streak where for BNS plays we were doing the horror games. And those were so much fun.
Yep.
We had some great times, like the first year where I shot somebody in the head and got a thing thrown at me.
Yeah.
Just a giant empty barrel thrown at my head.
Everybody yelled at you. I don't know about the barrel being hitting your head, but I just remember
There
we
was
all yelled at you.
we had
There was
a
lot of
a
yelling.
big thing of cheese balls and it was empty at that point, and it got thrown at my head. Yeah, there was a lot of yelling at me because there's a lot of yelling in that situation, and there was just Rick being the devil on my shoulder saying, "Just shoot her in the face, shoot her in the face." So I did.
They weren't zombies.
I wasn't paying attention anymore. Or like last year where we got TK just walking into a wall.
Yeah, it just
Hadn't picked up a remote control for a fucking game in, I don't know, 20 years probably or more.
I'm like Sierra hadn't either, but at least she was able to not walk into walls.
She also goes on computers and stuff where Andy just plays music on a computer. So.
Yeah, I had to teach him how to shut his computer off when we went to Madeline. You hit the off button there, bud. Like you just poke that button and you're good. Yeah, like just some dumb shit that we've done. But honestly, it hasn't been that bad.
Allowing me to brew a beer. It was
Oh yeah, and Homebrew Bound we had
the Big Oaf.
the big oaf stout.
English old ale. Shooting for stout. Missed that by a mile and a half.
Yeah, it ended up being a barley wine, I think.
Yeah. It
Was
was
that our
good. I
anniversary
enjoyed it.
party where the cops came because of the fascists?
Yep.
That was,
Was
not
that
our, that was Drain the Keg.
That was during the keg.
Drain the Keg. Yeah, when we were doing like events out like in the backyard for BNS.
And we were partying like rednecks, I guess.
Yep, yeah, we got the cops called on us for playing Secret Hitler.
And like we weren't even playing when they showed up. Like he had wrapped up playing.
They showed up twice.
Oh, they showed up twice. That's
The
right.
first time we were playing, we had the
Gordon,
we
you
had
were
tea
asleep the
candle.
entire time.
No, I was awake for half of it.
Gordon was unable to participate.
Yeah, we had some killer BNS parties. We also hosted 2 or 3 homebrew competitions.
Didn't we do like a NASA launch thing? What was that for?
Yeah, there was a NASA party. That was here, I thought.
No, it was at the other old place.
Yeah, no, that was not BNS. That was just a party.
It was
that we
just
did.
it was just a weird NASA launch.
No.
NASA thing.
It was
Anniversary.
the anniversary of the moon landing.
Oh,
the 50th
that's
anniversary
it,
of the
got
moon
it.
landing. Yeah, there was a reason for it.
Was that 2019?
Yeah.
So it was 1969, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Rick came as a vacuum salesman named Nick Dolan, and
I had a pocket protector.
yep.
I must have been working that day. Then.
And I was a ex-CIA operative.
Yeah, I must have been working.
I think you showed up at some point
Probably.
because I made a bunch of we made a bunch of kebabs. Carlos learned that pineapples had cores.
And there was a dog that was slowly dying in the yard.
That was not that party.
That was I'm pretty sure that was.
No.
So that
was
was
it not?
2009. You're thinking of?
No, that was not that party.
wasn't that party.
dog was not there for that party.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't remember a dog at that.
Yeah,
that
no, that was
random.
way.
That was a different party. I'm thinking.
yeah,
of
that was like I don't think Gordon ever met any
Oh,
of that.
maybe.
Yeah, so
You're
that
lucky.
that was the first 4 years of BNS.
Yeah.
And then Gordon showed up and fixed everything.
Well, I mean, he didn't make things worse.
I brought nothing but good ideas.
You brought ideas.
you brought other things that weren't good ideas too.
I will say this: he has brought nothing but ideas.
Yes, yeah.
So you've been hanging out with Fredrickson way too much.
Well,
They're back at Pitchfork.
I think Frederick would say that everybody has been hanging out with Gordon too much.
all right. Well, let's talk about this beer. So this is the 17. So this was 2017 was 6 years ago. That's a long time ago.
No, this is a very tasty one.
It tastes like before COVID.
I mean, kinda like there's still hope and joy in this one.
Let's try the 2023 again. Yep, the joy is gone.
No, this goes down very smooth. It's like it's
Right.
not. It's like it's not not alcoholic at all. It's like it just. It's like I'm drinking like a chocolatey drink of some sort.
Like it's at the beginning of a Trump presidency, and you're like, well, like it sucks right now, but it can't be that bad, right?
Oh no, we can equate all these years. Get rid of them all. We don't want any of them.
I get a lot of chocolate, toffee, caramel.
Getting a lot of false promise in this one. I don't. It's good. It's muted more. It's definitely more muted.
Yeah.
A lot easier to drink for me, anyway.
And I think that muted like helps it like a lot. Like being muted.
I'm like in the nose. I'm not getting any of that hot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of right at that point where you need to drink it if you still got more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like starting to like pick up a little bit of that cardboard, that wet cardboard. If you remember back to our bad off flavor taste test. It's starting to get that papery.
That's the same night I brought the half giants down.
Yeah, and Matt freaked out.
Oh yeah, that was the night.
That was the first time I ever saw Matt have a panic attack, because he was in a different spot than he usually was in the studio, and you brought giants in, and Matt looked at me. He's like, "I need to leave."
Wasn't that also the infected beer too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surrounded by bad smell beer, and I wanted to puke, and I'm just like, I can't get out anywhere. There's a
Yeah.
computer here and a shit ton of people.
What was worse, that or the sugary drinks of the juice boxes?
That was fine because I could leave.
Yeah. Well,
And
so the
be
juice
somewhere
boxes.
else.
He didn't puke until Walking Dead that night.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
guys,
because I got the text.
did you guys drink Little Hugs?
What was Little Hogs?
Little Hugs are like.
Oh no, we didn't have Little Hogs. We had all the good juice
Yeah.
boxes.
Juicy Juice, Capri Sun, all those
Yeah,
things.
Ecto Cooler.
Did
because
we-
They re-released Ecto Cooler,
That's
and I
why
had to
we
go.
did it.
I had to go to like 6 different grocery stores in order to find it. I found it at the Cub Foods in Woodbury,
Yeah. It wasn't very good.
and it was terrible.
My childhood dead.
It was pretty good mixed with rum, because I at one point I just started mixing them all with rum to see if they were better.
What
They
was the
were.
what's the I don't know if we had it that night, but like the one where like it's just like a plastic bottle with like a pull tab.
That's what you're talking about. The Hugs,
No,
right?
he's
No,
talking about, like,
he's talking about the Kool-Aid ones.
the, like where it's like a plastic bottle.
We
and,
had
like,
we
you
had
like
the
a tear off weird
yeah,
thing.
yeah we had the Kool-Aid squeezes that night.
Oh, were they Kool-Aid squeezes or was
Yeah.
it like I thought it was a different brand that wasn't
No,
Kool-Aid.
it's Kool-Aid squeeze.
Okay.
You're not talking about the little ones that were barrel shaped.
No, that's
No,
different.
no. They're like a little bottle, and they have the Faro cap.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
I
these
chew
are-
on forever.
That's
Yeah.
Little Hug.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no, I have
Never had
I have a
those.
box of them. Or no, actually, I think I threw that away because I
Yeah.
bought a box of them for 75 cents or something, and then
I think I probably
got
drank them,
overcharged.
actually.
I
think-
just
oh.
threw them away. Like I bought them this summer.
I thought you brought them another time or whatever.
Maybe I don't
Or
know.
else your mom maybe had them for daycare.
Yeah.
Or somebody
Yeah.
brought them over while they're swimming.
Well,
in the
no,
pool.
I threw like a pool party, and there was a bunch of people who weren't gonna like drink alcohol, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh well, like how about I just buy nostalgia, like, and so I did that, and then I think like people drank like 10 of them, and then I still had like 47 Little Hugs, like, and honestly, like, I think the entire box was like $3.99,
That's amazing.
and I'm like, what? This is just sugar water, like, with some food coloring in it.
Entirely too much sugar. I remember back in early college days, me and somebody's found a box. I might have been at Walmart. Either way, we decided to see who can chug the most in a row.
Ugh.
I got through 3/4, if that, through one, and immediately it's like my body temp just rose real quick, and it's like, oh, that's diabetes trying to overtake me.
Yep.
I had to haul ass outside and just toss cookies by the bird feeder.
That was me with all the juice boxes.
Well, you got through 3 of them.
Everybody was doing
No,
like
3/4 of one.
Yeah, Matt was like, I'm gonna finish every
yeah,
single
everybody
one.
was just taking little sips.
Wait,
I'm like,
wait,
I
wait.
can't let them go to waste. I gotta drink them all.
Wait, you didn't even finish one?
No.
Wow.
It's too much sugar.
All right. Is there one episode that you would never want to do again?
Infected beer.
Okay.
Yeah, infected beer is up there. I'd like to not relive my Elizabeth S. Thing that we.
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad. That was
Yeah.
pretty bad.
I loved her and it was fun.
Yeah,
but no,
I think I got the brunt of that one. But yeah,
Although the hot dog eating is a close second. It was fun, but that was entirely too much sodium in a very small window.
You
I
didn't
don't
have to
understand.
eat every hot dog all the way through.
No, Matt drank all his juice boxes,
And I'm
and
pretty sure I ate
Jordan
all the
needs
hot
all the
dogs, too. I'm
wieners.
pretty sure I ate all the hot dogs too.
Yeah, I probably did too.
I probably did too. Like it was too many hot dogs.
Which one did we choose the best? The natural casing one?
I mean, it was the natural, like the Hebrew dog or something.
Hebrew?
Or I'd have to go back and re-listen to the episode. It was the one that had the most snap. I'd like to do it again. We could do it with brats.
Good.
Oh man, we could do it with store-bought brats. Sheboygan would win, but it'd be fun.
And it'd do raw ones, I assume, because Johnsonville, you could do like raw Johnsonville instead
Well,
of the
no,
pre-cooked.
we have to cook them.
I know, but the ones you bought.
I'm not doing pork tartare.
You know what I'm trying to say. Are you going to buy a whole bunch of
I
pre-cooked?
didn't actually. I was very confused.
Well, you could all the Johnsonville ones that are pre-cooked. You can
Oh,
just eat
yeah,
right out of the
yeah.
bag. I'm saying, are you going to get all raw ones?
Oh
that you have
yeah,
to cook?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. And then we have to cook them the same way. So I think we have to do a beer or just a water boil and then
No, I have a
Spritz
I have
on
a
the
beer
grill?
batter for brats.
we don't need battered brats.
No. You just boil them. It's not a batter, but whatever you call it.
You said a batter.
I know, because that's what the family calls it.
But
Anyway,
we can't change the flavor of it. That's
no, it
the
doesn't.
thing.
No, it doesn't. You just boil them in there and then you sear them on the grill.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, no, but they have to be boiled and then
Yes.
then
Yeah,
grilled.
but you use this
Yeah,
to boil.
I've gotten in some arguments with some Minnesotans about brats, and it's been a whole thing.
Well, they're Norwegian over there. They're
I know
wrong.
they're like, well, no, you just throw them right on the grill. I'm like, no, you have to plump them first.
They eat lutefisk. That's the only
I'm okay
argument
either
I'll
way,
ever
but
need.
I'd rather have it boiled.
Yeah, like if you boil it and then grill it, like your casing's not going to split as readily, and then you get a nice snap.
And it seals all the juices in there.
Yep. And then if your brat's not like if like when you bite into a brat, if you don't need goggles, you're doing it wrong. Like
I really liked air fryer brats when I was at
Oh, I
Maddie's
haven't-
house because I had the
oh,
air fryer
shit.
there and just take one of the pack of raw ones and I don't know, it took like maybe eight or 9 minutes.
it didn't shrivel up.
No.
Oh, nice.
They still were juicy as fuck. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've
Speaking
never
of
had an
air
air.
fryers. I just saw a video. Somebody did Twinkies in an air fryer, and it like crusts the outside of it, but the inside is still warm.
I don't
and
want
gooey.
anything to do with that.
So I'm just
I've done
gonna-
that. I've done the camping. That's
Yeah,
I-
that's you do that camping every year.
No. We did it the one
Yeah,
year.
I know.
We did the Twinkie dogs
I didn't.
from UHF.
No, I
not
didn't
do
do
that.
that. You did that. I did not do a Twinkie dog because that sounds horrible.
All right, I did a Twinkie dog from UHF because I had to try it because I'm a true Weird Al fan.
And I didn't do this this year
It
because
was not good.
it's so much sugar.
And like I said, that pork loin I did in the air fryer, that was fucking amazing. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, so you can tell that we've gotten old because now we're talking about air fryers, Instapots, swapping recipes, talking about how to cook brats
Now
properly.
we just need to be in a smoker out back.
Honestly, like we're in a very unique position where we have basically a recorded record of all of our idiocy from 23 to now. Like,
None of us better try and run for president. Yep.
oh, I'm working on that. Don't worry. I was like, yeah, you can go see everything that I believe in.
I mean, America could do worse than us.
They could do better.
Yeah, they could, and they should.
They haven't been. No.
Obviously, we could still win by half the shit we've said on this show.
Well, there is that. And we could just lean into it harder and
Yep.
get a bit more of the vote.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Well, guys, it's been 11 years. I feel like we should do a toast or something. I don't have anything to toast with. I'm going to find something here.
Oh well, I'll toast
Which year?
with some KBS too.
We'll fill these up, and then we'll have a little quick toast here, guys. You guys have made the last 11 years entertaining.
17 on top of there.
No, I'm not doing a coupe.
Entertaining and interesting, to say the least. And here's to another 11 more, folks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Can you imagine
Cheers.
22 years?
Uh,
How old will we be?
the show would be old enough to drink.
We'll be 46-ish?
Oh, that's not old.
But if we're still doing this, that'd be
And to you listeners, you guys are the reasons. I would love to say you guys are the reason we do this, but we kind of do it for ourselves.
And we
But
forget.
I'm really glad that you guys like to listen. Shout out to the few people that I know that listen every week. Thomas, you're a great friend. Devin, thank you for listening and being a patron for so many years. And good old Matt Gilbert, or Curiously Tan Matt, as he's known on the show. Thank you, and thanks for winning Steintoberfest this year. Like, that was so much fun.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Well, guys, if you have any questions, comments, show ideas, where have you, go ahead and shoot us an email. feedback@blindstudios.com/blindstudios, or follow us on Instagram @blindstudios. And I'll see you guys next week.
Bye bye.